This season of The Boys is just going crazy and crazy. Just with 3 episodes and everybody's going crazy about them. The internet is buzzing. Just thinking about what the writers' room for The Boys are. Like, how do they come up with these crazy, over-the-top, weird ideas? But it works for the show because the show is amazing. Now I already have a top 5 WTF moments of episode 1 on the channel, and I decided that heck, let me just do episode 2 and 3 together because there were some crazy and weird WTF moments in episode 2 and 3. So here we are, top 8 WTF moments in episode 2 and 3 with a couple of bonuses. Now I'm going to start with episode 2 and then move on to episode 3. So let's just dive into it. First, we have the truth about Victoria Neuman. Man, we saw from last season that this girl had superpowers and that she was the one that blew people's heads in the courtroom. And then from the ending of last episode, Huey found out the truth and decided to investigate more and went to the Red River Home facility for children with powers and was able to extract information and found out that Stan Edgar was the one who adopted her, essentially raised her. And we saw that from a later scene of them together. Oh my God. So they have been working together all these times. And it just makes us question her motives. She's trying to take down Soups and has been doing it. But what is a real motive? Stan Edgar also said in the last episode that he hopes to get out of the superhero business in 5 years. So are they working together to, actually take down the Soups? Or what is their true motives? That is what fans are asking now. On to the next, we have Homelander forcing suicide. I think this was taken from a Superman comic where Superman prevented a girl's suicide on a building like this one. But with this, Homelander actually forces the girl to kill herself when she decided not to. This was after Stormfront committed suicide on his birthday. So this guy just went crazy at that moment and started spilling secrets about himself to the girl. And at that moment, I just knew that this girl isn't going to survive. And being Homelander, he did the one thing I knew he would do. He forced her to do what she came up there to do. And it's just sad. This girl had a change of heart. And it's unfortunate that she met Homelander.
Oh, please. Oh, God. Oh, God.
No. No God. The only man in the sky is me.
Now coming up, we have Butcher killing Gunpowder. Butcher getting powers. Yep, we saw that in the trailer. And then we see him pop off here. Kills Gunpowder easily. And it being a drug that gives you powers for 24 hours. His powers started to develop rapidly and differently. First, he became bulletproof. And then he had the super strength. And then lasers came out of his freaking eyes and sliced the car and the guy's head off. At least half of it. It was just... It kind of looks like this guy is going to get addicted to it. Maybe. And in the next episode, spoilers ahead, he had major withdrawals. And we just don't know what is going to happen to Butcher next. Is he going to request more Compound V from Maeve? And is the other team also going to take some? And then finally, we have Homelander telling the truth. On live television, bearing it all. He goes off. He becomes frustrated. Homelander was already unhinged. His son was taken from him. He lost sole control over the Seven as Starlight became co-captain. And then Stormfront committed suicide on his birthday, no less. And also he has been apologizing on television for all these times. And he just decided, nah, this isn't how he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be loved. He's supposed to get what he wants. But now he's being cornered like a dog. And he just let it all out on TV, spilling secrets about Vought. The audience and everybody watching was like, what the hell is going on? And the episode just ended there then. Man, this scene was so good. Now that's the end of episode 2's moments. Let's get to episode 3. Starting off, we have Butcher leaving Ryan. This was just a heartbreaking scene. And I just can't believe Butcher did that. I know he's trying to keep Ryan safe. Now that he's unstable with a Compound V running through his veins, he's having withdrawals and his lasers could just hurt him at any time. But come on, did he have to break the kid's heart like that? And using his mother of all people. Like he already feels guilty that he killed her. Oh my God. I just hope that by the end of the season they reconcile because we don't want another second Homelander, and most of all we just want the kid to have a happy life with all that he's experiencing right now as a kid, him hating his powers as he said to Kimiko. He just deserves more than this.
I hate you.
Now next one, we have Homelander making the deep eat Timothy. the octopus, his friend, as he said. Homelander didn't bring the Deep in back into the 7 because he liked him. He did it because he could control him. He could make Starlight's life a living hell. And poor guy, the Deep, we know he's done some fucked up things, but damn. Him being who he is, able to communicate with marine life and forced to eat one of them and alive. Oh my god, that was just uncomfortable, weird, and just sad scene. And the crazy thing is that his wife even supported it. His wife's like, yeah, eat that fucking octopus, we need to be in the 7. I thought his wife was chill, but from this scene, his wife just showed the crazy side to her. And I just don't know what is going to happen to the Deep in the 7. And now we have the payback scenes. I mean, I was excited to see Jensen Ackles as Soldier Boy. I freaking love him as an actor. I first watched him in Smallville and then on Supernatural. And now seeing him in The Boys was just amazing. And I can't wait for more of him. But the way these whole payback scenes were was just crazy. They were uncontrolled. They didn't know what they were doing and were just killing everybody, anybody they could see. It was such a shit show. And we found out how Black Noir never revealed his face because he got scarred there. And from then on, I think he just stopped talking, as we seen from the show. The whole scenes were just wild and damn. Lastly, we have Starlight kissing Homelander. Hashtag Homelight. That scene was wild, man. It was so unexpected. They did show us a flashback of Starlight when she was a kid, how she found it hard to do certain stuff, but we saw that she powered through it. And then we saw at the end, Homelander declaring he and Starlight are dating. And Starlight goes the extra mile to kiss him, all to make a point, because I know she's having a hard time from the gesture she made as a kid, and we now see her do the same thing here. Obviously, the flashback was set up to make this scene even more impactful. Man, I don't know what Huey's going to think, how he's going to feel when he sees this. Ultimately, he's going to know that Starlight is doing it to serve a purpose, and that is helping them. But this scene was crazy. Now, I have a couple of bonuses for this episode. That is Kimiko breaking Huey's arm. Yeesh. That wasn't gruesome, but it was just unsettling, and damn, you feel it.
What the shit?
Now, next and last is the Deep having sex whilst watching the octopus. I mean, I'm surprised and not surprised at the same time. Just thinking about it makes me super uncomfortable. Now, that's it for the moments in the episodes. I mean, there were other moments in the show, but I can't put it all in the list. There have to be some that are ranked higher, and others you and I know of but aren't on the list. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think of these episodes and these scenes in particular. How excited are you for the next episodes? Like, come on, this show is crazier and better. Like, they just started off with a bang and they are not slowing down. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe and turn on our post notification bell not to miss any other video. As always, Nerdy Sage here. See you guys in the next one.